A lot of people are hyping up this anime. It's called Liar Game, an old series that is finally getting an adaptation by Studio Madhouse. Let's check out this quick 30-second PV. The soundtrack is really hype. Wow, this is starting off really epic. So hold up. Congratulations! You have beaten 1 in 100,000 odds. That's pretty good. And made it through. You are invited. Forbidden game. How much is that? This is the 100 million yen I'm seeing, right? So if you look at 100 million yen to USD conversion right now, how much is that? 60 mil? What is that shit? 100 million yen to USD. No. This is... Wait, it's only $680,000? Right over here, guys. That's actually... I mean, that's a lot of money. No. That's a lot of money. I'm not saying... wow, you're so out of touch. Wow, go work a real job. But like, I don't know. If it's gonna be like a death match, I want like more than a fucking million. You can't even get me to a million? But then again, this is like 20 years ago. So we gotta adjust for inflation, right? So we need to do this. We need to do this right now, okay? Stay logged out. Hold up. Fuck off. How much is 100 million yen to USD in 2025? Right. Hold up. Now, correct it for inflation and track it to 20 years ago in 2005. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Anyways, this is basically 700k. Correct it for inflation 20 years ago. How much would that really be now? Yeah. Oh my god, look at... What is this shit? Inflated value. No, you fuck. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, if it's 700k now, I'm trying to think, that's wrong. This is when chat, because it should be more. I'm trying to talk, no, we're going back 20 years ago when the purchasing power of that yen is way more valuable. How could it be less than 690k? Yeah, of course, you motherfucker. Yeah, you fix it up. You fucking chat GP, you fucking clanker. Is that a slur? You goddamn clanker. What if I say clanker to ChatGPT? Alright, so here we are. We're actually closer to $1.5 million, alright? This is kind of like what we're at, right? 2025, I don't know. I don't know. They're giving us numbers. Good job, clanker. Damn, you're gonna say thank you to a racist remark about AI? What? Alright, thank you, ChatGPT. Have a nice day. I feel bad now. I'm sorry for calling you a clanker. Anyways, we got the inflation in amount. Let's go back. Oh my god, 100 million. Wait, if I lose, I go into debt? What do you mean? Whoa, what the fuck? That's not my money. Why don't I just go home for free? Well, like in Squid Games, they kill you, right? Would you rather be saddled with this much debt or just be dead, like in Squid Games? Well, in Squid Games, people are literally risking their lives because they're in debt. The game. Why does this remind me of One Piece right here? This looks like One Piece font. All right. hype. That didn't really tell me anything. The bulk of this reaction was basically just talking to ChatGPT, trying to do like a inflated amount for 100 million back in the day. Liar game. Let's check out some of the comments. General audience will finally meet the real king about smarting. So you're telling me a main character better than AYANOKOJI is gonna pull up? Finally, after 20 years, there's an anime. The most realistic smart character in all of fiction will finally appear. Akiyama? Akiyama better than AYANOKOJI? Really? Anybody talking about AYANOKOJI in the comment sections? Sigma Akiyama. Okay, smartest character. Alright, a lot of people are hyping this guy up. Let's look at, you know, the production value for this. Liar game. Whoa, the art style. Now, here is one thing that I'm a bit worried about animes like this. And I'm sure this is not the animation, this is the manga, right? But like, when they have an art style that's gonna be a little more old style, I think it turns off a lot of people immediately, but I hope that's not the case for it. This is a 12th highest rated of 2005. Top 213. That's kind of crazy. And this is the character that is stronger than AYANOKOJI apparently, man. This is it right here. This is the character better than AYANOKOJI. Let's read a little bit. Formerly a graduate student majoring in psychology, he is a genius swindler who took down a giant MLM scam, really, named Shuhei to avenge his mother. Based? He took down a pyramid scheme because I guess his mom got scammed. He helped now when he sees the honest nature she had, just like his mother, although he's not invited to the liar game. Okay, now I'm spoiling myself. Anyways, he's a Giga Chad that he's also an ex-con. But we're looking out for the studio. So studio is, where is it? What the hell? Well, this is the manga. We're looking for the TV adaptation. Here it is. Madhouse! And we got two separate directors here. Madhouse. This is what Madhouse is working on recently. Along with Furiren, they got Liar Game coming out. I'm going to assume that Madhouse is going to focus more on Furiren than Liar Game, but still, it's always, you know, hype to see new Madhouse projects come out. What is this? Ghost. This looks really interesting. 2027. Madhouse be cooking with this one, man. I don't know what they're up to there. If we look at the directors, here's one of the directors. Ooh, this is kind of... Ooh, Moonrise. Moonrise looked good though, right? Whoa. Let's ignore the story because a lot of people are really upset about Moonrise, the story. But if you look at Moonrise, I've only seen episode 1. The production value of it looked amazing. Yeah, and he did the storyboards to it though. Storyboards as in, he did this, I don't know, man. Trillion Games, Sengoku Yoko. What else is there? Attack on Titan, storyboarded. More Attack on Titan stuff. Kind of sus. But notable titles here. Did Boruto to me. He storyboards a lot. He is a main storyboarder, but now he's a chief director for it. No longer storyboarding. And then if you look at the other director too, they've worked on... This is a crazy resume. Because we watched Yamada Level 999, we have in this channel. And it was a fun little rom-com about a girl who met a boyfriend through like a video game stuff, MMORPG. That was fun. But the quality of it is nothing like Orb, right? To see Orb right next to each other is kind of fucking crazy. There's more Diamond Away stuff. I don't know. It's not really updated works, but Orb is quite good. I think that this should be in good enough hands to make a good anime about. The PV basically showed us nothing but really hype music, you know, introducing that, hey, you've made it to the Forbidden Game, and if you come here, you can win this much money, but if you lose, you're not gonna die, you'll just be in debt, and it's gonna be a show about deception and lies and manipulation. Basically, Classroom of the Elite, but it might be even better. I don't know. That's it from me. I'll definitely be checking it out.